I don't want to make a YouTube video that's going to take 20 minutes for me to explain to you how to overcome your negative thoughts. I'm simply going to tell you that these negative thoughts are never going to go away. Now, you might have these negative thoughts that are constantly running in your brain 24/7. And the thing is, that is what you can minimize. Negative thoughts, period, cutting out is not going to happen. But what can happen is when you minimize the amount of negative thoughts that constantly circulate your brain. There was a point in my life when the only thing I could ever think about was doubt. The only thing that I was ever constantly worried about was my fears. And that was the lifestyle that I was living. And here's the thing, what it did was it made it harder for me to move forward. It made it harder for me to succeed in school. It made it harder for me to do better in my life, to go work out, to make a living, to get a job, to get a hobby, to be more confident. It made it harder for me to become a better version of myself because what I did was I focused on my negative thoughts. These things that are in your brain telling you who you are not what you are. It is simply just a thought. At 23 years old, I never thought I would find myself being able to sit in front of a camera and do this for a living. Being able to make comedy and make people laugh and being able to inspire others and inspire myself to do better. And that is something I never thought would ever happen as a career. But it has because of the fact that I overcame my negative thoughts simply by accepting that it's not who I am. The reason why you have so many negative thoughts just circulating in your brain 24/7 is because you don't realize this. But since the very beginning of your day, that's all you've been thinking about. Have you ever driven on the road and you focus on one color of a car and that's all you see? The majority of cars, when you didn't even realize that there were that many red cars, you start focusing on one red car, all of a sudden every other car is red. It's because when you design your life around focusing on one single thing, that's the most you'll see throughout your entire day. When you focus on what you've done better instead of what you've done worse, and it's just simply a practice. It's a habit. I don't even have that fixed. I never had that fixed. I never had that habit instilled in me. I was the worst of the worst. I was the worst when it comes to anxiety. I was the worst when it came to stress. I would panic more than anyone else, and it made it harder for me to succeed and accomplish what I wanted to do. But the moment I just took the practice and I said, let me just try at least once in my life to be more positive, to think better for myself, and to just focus on that, slowly it became inevitable. Slowly, it became easier for me to just get rid of my negative thoughts and become a better version of myself. Now, I don't want to come out here and act like I'm this super positive, completely my mental fortitude is on lock, like I'm this David Goggins, unstoppable. I promise you, no one is ever like that. I promise you, no matter how many videos you hear David Goggins talking about how he has this indestructible mindset, that is a complete facade. Every single person on this earth has fears. Every single person has those days where they feel doubt, where they feel stressed, where they are going to panic, where they are going to mess up, where they are going to fail. It all depends on the fact of how much you implement this into your daily routine. If you implement this habit of no longer giving energy to negative thoughts and you focus on the positive every single day more than anyone else, I guarantee you, your life will completely change. Just remember, at the end of the day, these negative thoughts are not who you are. It's a part of life. It's a part of being a human. It's a part of your journey towards success. You're going to have doubts. You're going to have fear. Don't let that get in the way of you becoming the best version of yourself every single day.